What's up, Rusty? Are you waiting for dinner number 2? Post dinner? Well, guess what? You're not getting any post dinner shots. You just had your dinner. So, better luck next time, Rusty. Kitchen is a mess today. So, we're cleaning up a little bit. Well, I'm making some coffee. Why do kitchens always get dirty so easily? Hi Christian. So, ich mache mal wieder hier auf Originalsprache. Wir brauchen hier keine Chat-Translation, nicht wahr? 23 Grad. Grüße nach Berlin, Christian. 23 Grad klingt perfekt. Obwohl, nachts ist es bei euch 23 Grad, oder? Wie viel war es tagsüber? Das klingt schon fast so, als wäre es heiß gewesen. Hi Bloom. Why is YouTube holding back your message, Christian? In der Küche. Also, manchmal lässt YouTube Nachrichten hier zu. Da frage ich mich, warum. Und dann in der Küche wird zurückgehalten. Naja. Hey Fanny, how you doing, my friend? 30 Grad, okay. Ja, das ist ganz schön heiß. Hier aber auch, gleiches Wetter. Good, it was really good. Thanks for asking. Oh, also, I finally watched The Odyssey. Are you proud? I did it. I went to the movie theater. It was spontaneous after a meeting with my friend. We went to the movie theater after, so that was really good. Let me rephrase it. Would I say The Odyssey was really good or good? It was a bit corny, but I think The Odyssey was actually, y'all can hate on me, but The Odyssey was actually really good. If it wasn't about the, I didn't care much for the love story, but the Cyclops, all the monsters in there, very well made. So The Odyssey, for just like the spooky factor, monsters are not often spooky in movies. But the monster they did, like the Cyclops that Christopher Nolan did with The Odyssey, I would give that thing a 9.5 out of 10 of spookiness. It was close with the alien baby in the new Alien movie. You know, that kind of like half human, half alien that's like super tall and like skinny. And that was spooky. So I feel like I was like on the same level with that thing. And oftentimes movies that try to be scary really mess it up by really bad computer animation and like making it too, like trying too hard to make it too spooky. Hi Samir. Hi Richard Ortiz. Greetings to Iran. Hi Mind Over Science. Hair care routine? None. I don't really care about those things. The Odyssey was also quite realistic. Yes, I really liked how it was just like human struggles in a movie. Just basically like human life weaved into a movie. It was really good. I've never read The Odyssey, but it kind of made me want to read it. Like most people now, I guess. Everyone is running to the bookstores now, buying The Odyssey, reading it. But that's just how it is. Odyssey was super, fand ich auch. Hi, Marco. I got demoted. Didn't I get demoted in yours too, Marco? And I only had Funny and Shuriken as moderators for like months now, so. And you said you didn't want to do it anymore. On top of that, I think I remember. House meeting, I read that already. only take was that it could have been a two-parter. Yes, absolutely. Maybe even a three-parter. Thank you, Gracie, for the hiding. I've never seen that one before. That looked like the Cyclops from the Odyssey movie, that emoji. I was like, what is this? Is this from the Odyssey? But thank you, appreciate it. Where was I? Yes, I think they could have split the movie up into three parts at least, two parts or even three parts. But I feel like he would have gotten a lot of backlash for that, because then they would have been like, oh, he's trying to milk the story for like money, you know. So they're trying to make like a trilogy out of it to make more money, like when Harry Potter, the last part, was split into two, and they're like, oh, they're just trying to like, you know, drag it out and make like more money from it. But in reality, it makes sense to make movies into multiple parts because it's just too hard. My mod got removed a long time ago, Marco. Did my mod not get removed on your channel as well? I don't think I'm a mod on your channel anymore either, am I? Am I wrong? But it's not because of that. It was just because I did a big reset a while ago and only had Shuriken on it and Funny. And then BT asked to be moderator. Thank you for the good luck, El Jefe. Appreciate that. How's the weather in Ohio? Funny and Marco and everyone from Ohio. You got blue skies too. Here it's really beautiful day outside. What do you think about Avatar: The Last Airbender? I like it. Yeah. Do you talk about the real version or the animation? I thought it was pretty well done, like the new one. Thank you, Jefe, I appreciate it. There were too many things to include in one movie, that's what I felt. Yes. Und Marco, hast du Odyssey gesehen? Im Kino, ich kann empfehlen Ohrstöpsel, wenn du schaust. But yeah, the one thing about Odyssey that I can criticize a little bit would be one actor was really, really bad, I feel like, and or didn't deliver. I'm not gonna say who because that's gonna start like a whole thing, but not because of the fact that many things that people criticize about that actor, that's not what I'm criticizing, just the actor's skills is what I didn't really feel like were matching the level of the other actors. But the audio, I also didn't watch it in the IMAX, so I don't know if the audio would have been better there, but I feel like the audio was overshadowed a little bit by the extremely loud music. Ja. Die ist bei Oscars Konto, Marco, die 30% davon. And no, neither. Think about a little bit more dainty-bodied, that person. I just feel like it didn't match the vibe of the movie and the quality of the actor's delivery of like the emotions. I just didn't feel authentic for me personally. But it's just like a personal, I don't know. I haven't read any reviews about it yet. If other people thought that too, probably eventually. AC/DC Konzert. Ah, okay, gut, dann bist du es gewöhnt, Marco. Schlimmer kann es wahrscheinlich nicht werden von der Lautstärke. Aber das ist schon echt the sound. So back to the sound. The Odyssey sound was, I feel like the movie, it was a constant noise, constant sound, constant music, and it was really good music. But it was, first of all, extremely loud. Like I had to put my fingers in my ears for the whole scene on the water where they where the thunderstorm is coming through. That was crazy. And when that Cyclops was like freaking out, I was like, holy moly, this is loud. Am I in hell right now? Like, this is how I imagine hell would sound like. That was crazy. And yeah, but I feel like the dialogues of the characters was oftentimes a little bit pushed to the background, and the movie soundtrack was like layered above that, so it's really hard to hear sometimes. Um, hey, annyeonghaseyo to South Korea. Ja, oder? Fand ich auch. Sehr gut. I watched it in IMAX and my seats were vibrating. Yeah, I missed that. I watched it too late, so I didn't. Ich habe es nicht im IMAX geschaut, Christian. I wish. Ja, ich kann auch Deutsch. Hallo und Grüße nach Osnabrück, Falk. Willkommen. No, not Charlize Theron. Funny. Think about probably like the person. A lot of people were very concerned about before they watched the movie, where they're like, is this a good match? And I was open-minded. I was totally like, I was like, let's see. Surprised me, but yeah, unfortunately, I didn't feel like it was really like, yeah, hitting the nail on the head, or however you say that. Didn't really deliver. But same here. Sometimes I just don't. I do a Livestream and I don't deliver either. So, ich war heute mit dem E-Bike live, die Nachbarschaft zeigen. Sehr schön. Ich bin erst von der Arbeit zurückgekommen. Ich habe es mir noch nicht anschauen können. Dann hattet ihr wohl gutes Wetter, nehme ich mal an. Auto-Livestream kam aber besser an. Ja, Leute mögen Autos, glaube ich, einfach gerne oder das Rumfahren und so. Ja. Machst du noch mal einen Auto-Livestream demnächst oder? YouTube, Maya. Hi to Iran. My first language. Take a good guess what my first language could be. I think I got a pretty thick accent, don't I? I'm gonna make some coffee because I'm tired. I had a very long day at work today. Nein, mal so aufhören, wenn es am besten ist. Warte, hast du heute den Auto-Livestream gemacht oder nur den Fahrrad-Livestream, Marco? Oder beides? Everyone, get a good old water kettle. You will not regret it. In Europe or Germany at least, we all have a water kettle like this. And you just turn it on. Let me show you. You got like different settings. Oh look, my Weinsteins. A friend gave that to me. She got that from Germany, but she doesn't use them, so she gave them to me. Frankfurt. So here you can change the temperature. I go. Ah, yeah. Here, what do we want? 194. You don't want to brew your coffee too hot. You don't want that to burn your beans, because if you boil your coffee too hot, it kind of doesn't taste good. It tastes burnt. So make sure your water is in that boiling point. Muss ja. Ja, oder? Ist so dieser, die Zahl muss irgendwie rund sein. Den Anspruch habe ich auch immer, wenn ich so kurz vor der nächsten Zahl bin, will ich es auch mal auf rund haben. Und dann den Rest überjuckt es mich nicht. Aber ja, wenn es so 100 vor dem nächsten Schritt ist oder so, dann möchte man die Zahl natürlich schon irgendwie voll kriegen, alleine wegen dem Gefühl. I thought Europeans didn't have air conditioning. That is true. That's why I live in the United States. Not because of the air conditioning, but that's one of the cool things that comes with moving to the United States. You will have air conditioning. No, I do not. Game Pro. Ja, die sind echt, Christian. Warum? Handgemalt. Steht da. Unten drunter. Sind die bekannt? Used to burn the hell out of coffee. Well, there's a coffee store. I rarely ever go to coffee stores because it's such a, like, not scam, but it's, people go there for the feeling and for hanging out. I get that, but if you're just going there for the coffee, it's not worth it because it's so expensive and you can easily make coffee at home. Yeah, there's this one coffee store and they really burn their coffee. They make it way too hot and you can taste it. It's not good. But I like going there because it's cute and cozy. I just wish they made better coffee. So I'm just going to use my French press. Oscar, you want to make a star appearance? Oscar's Gotcha Day is coming up soon, by the way. There he is. Oh, he's making an appearance. But his Gotcha Day is coming up, so we'll celebrate. Oh, trust me. I have hobbies and I also have a lot of work. Sometimes when I come home from work and I'm making coffee, it's hard to also do a hobby at the same time. And you could say that YouTube is a hobby because quite a lot of time goes into that. So how about yourself? You get a hobby instead of commenting on people's channels and spread your unwanted opinion about stuff. I think this is more of a hobby than what you're doing. But it's just my unwanted opinion on it. French press, yes. 10 euros at Walmart. Hi from Cincinnati, to Cincinnati. Lucky. Yes, thanks, Revert. I agree. I would say YouTube is, if YouTube isn't considered a hobby, I don't know what would be a hobby because, yeah, it's quite time consuming and fun. So I would say that's a hobby. What else would it be? Hey, Esprit. Oh. Bonsoir. Comment ça va? Ja, das ist auch ein Hobby, natürlich. Viele Menschen haben aber leider kein Hobby mehr heutzutage, aber dann beschweren sie sich, wenn Leute Livestreams machen und denken dann, sie wären irgendwie besser als alle anderen, weil sie irgendwas Gemeines schreiben. Man denkt sich nur so, ja. Probier es nochmal. Je vais bien, bien et toi? Je vais bien aussi, merci. Qu'est-ce que tu fais aujourd'hui? Do you say it like that? What are other things that now for nationalities without a reason? Photography is a great hobby. I agree. Absolutely. We used to... Anything can be warm, yeah, I guess. Honestly, yeah, who decides what a hobby is? I mean, anything could be a hobby, like reading a newspaper sitting on a toilet can be a hobby, I guess, if you want to make it one. Do people still do that? I don't know. Yeah, anything could be a hobby. if people call chess a sport, then that what you just mentioned can be a hobby too. Thank you, Dangerous, for the sparkles. Times 9. Times 15, huh? 18. Okay, now you calm down. Okay. 24? Holy moly. All right, 30. Endless sparkles. Ooh. Thank you. Yes, Leventi. I am making coffee. If only I had a cup. Here. In the dishwasher, as usual. We don't like to clean out the dishwasher in this house, so I always get the pleasure of cleaning it out myself. Cleaning it in and cleaning it out. I get the best of both worlds. Oscar, how can I help you? Do you require some assistance? Did you see him? Oscar baby. He quit? Oh, he quit the one thing, yes, I heard so. At least he said so. A ferocious animal behind me. I used to have that running gag with my sibling. I would always send pictures like this. That was like my thing, I don't know. So we had like a whole gallery of me just looking scared. And I don't know why I started that, but Snoop Dogg had a full-time employee. Kann ich mir gut vorstellen, Marco. Einer muss es ja machen. Wer sich's leisten kann. But yeah, dangerously unhinged. Thank you again for the gazillion sparkles. I appreciate that. That was quite a lightning show that you delivered here. I felt like it was 4th of July all over again. So, coffee. Should we put in some creamer? Good. Thanks for asking, Funny. How's M doing? A favorite type of pancakes? German pancakes. How's she like? Nice. No, I love my sister. She's great. But you know, she doesn't have like a public, not saying that I have a public life, I have a private life of course too, but she's not huge on like, you know, the internet. So I try to respect that and not share too much. But you'll see her in my Germany vlogs once in a while, just like from far, or like hear her, but more like in the bag, you know. Ja, Marco, das habe ich mir jetzt auch gerade gedacht, als ich auf die Uhr geschaut habe. Ich habe irgendwie gedacht, es wäre noch eine Stunde früher. Wir werden es herausfinden. We'll find out if it's too late for coffee or not. If you see me posting stuff at 3 a.m., you know that it was too late for coffee. But hi John Mark. I want to say thank you. Never too many sparkle, I agree. We need more sparkles in our life, right? Cheers. Do you cheers with coffee? Probably not. That's probably bad etiquette, but so good. Very civilized today. Ja, oder? Finde ich auch. Aber es liegt auch daran, dass YouTube auch immer strenger wird, habe ich das Gefühl, und viel mehr zurückhält als noch vor ein paar Monaten oder Wochen. Ich habe das Gefühl, dass die AI ein bisschen besser arbeitet jetzt und ein bisschen mehr so komische Bots und sowas zurückhält und Nachrichten besser durchschaut. Oder? You guys think that AI is doing a better job nowadays in live stream chats, filtering out bad bots and all that stuff? I feel like they're becoming better. But yeah, funny. That's one thing about my sister. She's I would say we're very alike. We have a very similar humor, so whenever we're together, it's we always having a really fun time. But because we're so similar, we also fight easily because, you know, people that are very similar often fight more easily, especially like siblings, I would say. But it's always very funny with her. Roasting coffee as long as it's 100% Arabica beans. Blutgruppe 1. Ahmed is 67. What region of Germany are you from? Oberaudorf. Oberaudorf. That's Bavaria, right? It sounds like it. 650 für E-Bike-Akku. Oh, kam nie an. Wo hast du den bestellt, Marco? Ach du. Köln accent. I'm from the Black Forest in the south at the border to Switzerland, where the Swiss border, French border, and German border meets, like where the Swiss Alps are. Down there. Down under. I came from the land down under. How does that song go? No, she's never been to the US. Nope. Nope. Itchy. I hope those two statements do not correspond. Or Caroline. Caroline. You know what I mean. Probably just a troll comment, but just in case. Las Vegas. Ah, okay. Ich dachte schon, das wäre irgendwo aus dem Ausland oder so. Kann man da nichts dagegen machen? Es kann doch nicht sein, dass die einfach das nicht schicken, oder? Geht's noch? Hi, Casa Maroc. Do you know people that always say, mi casa y tu casa, even though they're not Spanish speaking? Whenever you come over and they're like, make yourself at home, mi casa y tu casa. And then you make yourself at home, they're like, not to that level. Ja, das stimmt natürlich. Funny. Do you have siblings? Have you ever told me that? Time to get to know Funny a little bit better. I know I was on your live stream before and we talked about stuff there, but I think it was on your channel, right? Ja, das stimmt. In den meisten Firmen gibt es, glaube ich, gar keine Menschen mehr, die in Dings arbeiten, im Kundenservice. Alles automatisiert mittlerweile, weil es ja nichts kostet. If someone says Mikasa to me, I'm raiding their fridge. I guess that's what you meant. Yes, same here. And then they'd be like, that was just that wasn't actually, I didn't actually mean that. 2 elder sisters. Wow. How's that? How's life being an only brother and having 2 sisters and having like all that female power, female energy in the family? Ja, schon, aber trotzdem schade ums Geld. Die kann man sicher irgendwie verklagen, wenn man wollte. In Amerika kann man ja alles verklagen, aber ist halt viel Aufwand und viel Energie und Zeit, die man da reinstecken müsste. Deswegen, weil das wahrscheinlich so ist, dass keiner Bock hat, sich um sowas zu kümmern, können die das halt auch machen, weil die denken, jo, keiner wird sich, you fool. I'm a fool. Are you Gandalf tell me I'm a fool? Run, you fools. I want an answer, please. On what? I'd like to get to know you. May I? On what level are we talking? Can you get to know me here on the live stream? But ask normal questions? Would that work for you? Hi, Esten. Anna does that, and my eldest is. Ooh. Yeah. I had that in my family too. That was something for my dad, where it was like that, where the person basically was like another parent because of the age gap. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, that's cool. Have another set of, or not set, but another parent, someone to rely on. I would assume. Plastic straw. Metal. Danke, Marco. Also manche Leute, plastic straw. I'm not using plastic straw, so calm down, everyone. Like what? I'm using a recycled glass cup and a metal straw, and people are still like, organic coffee. Try my best, okay? Making it at home, not using a plastic cup from the store. So let's all calm down. The one in the middle is subtracting my parents. In Germany we say, Marco, kennst du doch auch, oder? Microplastics? Where's the microplastics in my cup? It's glass and metal. Anyways, and what am I responsible for microplastics drinking out of a glass cup and metal straw? Microplastics were not caused by me. I mean, I'm probably contributing just as everyone else to microplastics, but I think you're addressing the wrong person here, my friend. Or not friend. Kleber doch am Glas. Ja, manche können nicht um die Ecke denken, Marco, leider. Die denken, dass sich so Plastik anhört. Da ist auch alles verloren dann. Und ist ja mein Geld wahrscheinlich irgendwo in den Teilen verschwunden. Wegen was? Warte, habe ich nicht gelesen. Ist mir auch schon mal passiert, ich habe eine nicht zu erkennen. Krake-Schrift, okay. Ja, man muss echt aufpassen. Nicht nur heutzutage, wahrscheinlich schon immer, aber ich glaube, es wird immer schlimmer. Früher war doch alles besser, oder? Dish sponge, yes, I remember. Oh, I agree with that. I used to have dish sponges, like the very normal ones, like those yellow ones. And sometimes I would see like some pieces falling apart, and that's when I was like, this cannot be good. So I switched to those. It's like coconut fiber. It has like, you know, that coconut peel outside the coconut, outside the hard shell. And they make that into fiber. They use that for rocks and stuff. And you can also get dishwasher sponges out of coconut. That's what I most often have. Or just like a metal scratchy sponge. You should. What is that, Fanny? Yeah, I'm going back to your thing, Fanny, your question or your message. In Germany, there's a saying for couples. We say, das verflixte siebte Jahr. Kennst du bestimmt, Marco, und alle Deutschen hier. The jinxed seventh year. So I guess for your parents, it was everything else but jinxed. They're like, ooh, yeah. They like put like a reminder in their phones every 7 years. Sorry, bad joke. You don't want to hear that. It's about your parents, I guess, but I guess so. Grüße nach Deutschland, Teddybär. Adolfi, da geht's 20 Mal begehren. 13 Meilen. Ui. Ja, da kriegt meiner ein bisschen mehr Gallonen hin, aber ich habe auch kein fancy Auto wie du. Schön wär's. Aber hier kann man eh nicht schnell fahren in Amerika, also macht es eh keinen. Für mich persönlich, ich bin ja kein Autoliebhaber oder sowas, für mich juckt es also nicht wirklich. Solange es fährt und nicht zusammenfällt, ist es mir recht. They had a tough marriage, like too much fighting. Oh, people. Marco, alles okay? Trockene Luft kann es aber auch sein. Das passiert mir nämlich auch manchmal. Ich habe da sehr empfindliche Nase mit trockener Luft. Wenn hier die Klimaanlage jeden Tag läuft, passt schön auf. Mach Dampfbad oder heiße Dusche. Befeuchte die Schleimhäute. But yeah, a lot of fighting. I guess that's most couples, honestly. Most couples I know personally, they do a lot of fighting. I think. Not a funny fighting as you do. Like you and Em, you do funny fighting. It's not even fighting, it's like funny, like banter. That's like really, like, it keeps the relationship alive, you know? That's like the healthy version and not the actual fighting. Oh, okay. Oh, nicht gut. Dann pass gut auf, Marco. Tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal. I know my parents hated each other, but they also stayed together and continue to stay together 49 years. That's quite an accomplishment. Are they still over there? Are they still living? I don't want to like step into any like, you know, sad terrain or anything. But you don't have to answer obviously. But 49 years, that's a long marriage. Wow. See, even when you're not happy, people stick together for the kids' sake. And I don't know if that is good or bad, but sometimes you also do not have to judge anything like that and just see it as it is and see it as like their sacrifice for the family that they did. Ich wollte gar nicht weg aus Deutschland, Blutgruppe. Ich bin einfach nur der Liebe wegen hergezogen, weil es für meinen Mann als Soldat nicht einfach ist, einfach auszuwandern. Deswegen bin ich hier rüber. Aber es war jetzt nie mein Ziel, aus Deutschland auszuziehen oder wegzuziehen. Hat sich nur so ergeben. Und genau. Hat also jetzt keinen genaueren Hintergrund oder irgendwie eine andere Motivation als der Liebe wegen. Why am I crazy? No, I'm German, Arpit. What's the little lips full of stars? Funny, what would you rate Odyssey? Oh, I'll do a rating. A survey, why not? A poll. Odyssey. Did I spell it right? I hope so. Good. And since we want to learn some German here too, I'm gonna do it bilingual because we can. Why not? Why not keep it bilingual so we all learn a little bit? Hello, can I just, oh my goodness. I want to put it down here. YouTube. Get a grip, YouTube. Make your poll thingy better. It's really lacking in the poll department here on YouTube. Good morning, Arpit, to you too. Where are you from? Oh, India, okay. Hi to, is that Indonesian? I'm 67. My rating would be high considering the crap movies that's coming out these days. Compared to Nolan's other works such as Interstellar, low to medium. Good point. That's a very good way to rate it, comparing it to his other movies. Definitely can't scratch Interstellar, I agree. But compared to other movies, you definitely saw the level of knowledge and like skill there. So I agree. I would say the same thing. But overall, if I could only pick one, good or bad, I would say good. Would you say Odyssey good or bad? If you only could pick, right?
Yeah, I would say it's good.
Would you say the music was a little bit too loud?
I don't know. I feel like the theater ruined. Like the first time ever.
Like the quality was really bad in there, wasn't it?
I think they just tried too much at the theater, and it just made it like bad. But I think
too loud.
I think if we like listened to it on a TV speaker, it'd be better. But it's good. Like before we watched it, I thought it was gonna be like they went a little too heavy on the cast and the commercial, so I thought they were gonna use.
I would agree, Arpit.
I thought they were gonna like rely on the casting for like a bad story.
That is a good point. People were so outraged about the cast, but I have to say that in my perspective and his, the cast did not really.
The cast did good.
They did good.
There's one actor that sucks. You will know which actor sucks.
And not for the reasons that people complain about, because they're just too small,
They just suck at acting. They just genuinely suck.
They just did not have the skill that was required for the movie. In that scene, maybe it was just a bad day they had when it was filmed. But yeah, what did C like the most? I know the answer. I just want you to hear it.
The most.
I'm so loud.
It's definitely Nolan. It's just definitely his style. I don't think they were going for.
Hi, Effie.
I think a lot of people were like, "There's no historical accuracy in this." I don't think they were going for that. That wasn't the vibe they were going for.
And that's what I'm trying to say. The cast did not matter. Like the things people were criticizing about the cast was like a big thing in the beginning before people watched it. But once you watch it, it does not play any role in it. And it also, in my opinion, how I interpreted it is like no one tried to get that weird reaction out of people. Like people are like, oh, this person cannot be this person. But it would like kind of even like pull in like new social problems we have into this story of Odyssey, because people like to complain and they're still very much, a certain way, huh? And we're doing pantomime here without talking now for the rest of the live stream.
Yeah.
Anyways, no. Funny, I'm gonna get the spoon out. It's have to now. You got one more guess, my friend. It's not Tom Holland, but also a little bit. But Funny can't guess which actor I'm referring to. Hi, Vahid. Well, that's a little. In Germany, we say let's keep the ball flat, but thanks for that. I appreciate it. Nolan has a weaving style of storytelling. He puts bits and pieces throughout the movie for audience to pick up and it comes all together. Yes, absolutely. And just also knows how to incorporate like sound and colors and just the vibe. Like it's like a sensory overload kind of like in 28 Years Later, the second part, second part. And can I help you, sir? Do you need anything that's right in front of me right now?
I was just looking.
Okay, well. Don't tell me Anna. No. Honey, you're messing with me at this point. The person did not have a big role. I'll give you a little hint. But I mean, good for the person that you don't even think about that person. So I guess the person did actually do really well. Maybe it was just like a personal style of acting I didn't like. Yes. Not Cersei. But I have to say, Charlize Theron, I think she played better in the Apex movie. I wasn't sure if we needed, I don't know, if, I love Charlize Theron, I think she does great in all movies, but I feel like that was not her role. But, no, it's a different person. It's, name. In a book, when you flip over to the next page. Hi, Kenneth. Huh? Okay, thank you. Nolan should retire now or up his graph since Interstellar he hasn't produced a flick better than it. Interstellar has not been touched, or like the level of Interstellar has never been recreated by him. I agree. I think that was like his movie, like where he showed off all his skill in storytelling. I agree, but never say never. Maybe he'll have another one like Interstellar at one point. You know, you never know. But I feel like once you make a movie like Interstellar, I think that's like you did it. You know, so you can't really expect people to make like 10 of those movies because that's already a really crazy achievement. The Vote is about the Odyssey movie. But you know, not Anne Hathaway. I think she did really, really well. I totally agree. Did I read everything? I don't think the casting was a problem. I think Nolan took the mysticism from the story and made it realistic. Oh, very realistic. He did really well. I agree. Yeah, and the cast, like I said, I don't really think. Oh, my favorite scene, by the way. His favorite scene, what he told me yesterday at least, was the Cyclops. And mine was the dog. When the dog finally got reunited. That was my favorite scene. I have already watched it. Akil. Thank you, Visible. It is a German accent, as you might probably hear very well. Have you all seen the Odyssey yet? I did like it. I really tried to go in with like a completely non-biased mindset. You know, everyone was like taking the movie apart before it even was published or aired. So I was like, well, let's all calm down a little bit and give it a chance. But obviously, I'm a human too. So if you hear like all those bad news or those bad stories about it, you will go in with having that in the back of your mind. That's just how humans work, unfortunately. That's how, you know, rumors work and stereotypes and all that. That's just part of being a human, unfortunately, that we always have to have a really strong opinion about everything and make up our minds before we give things a chance to, you know, if we like them or not. But yeah, I dropped that real fast and I was really fascinated by the movie. Like, it wasn't like a 10 out of 10 for me at all, but definitely good. And then, yeah, I don't really understand the whole criticism that much. Well, maybe that was just a personal opinion then. I don't know. Maybe. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. I know that's a very heated topic for many people, so I'm not, you know, I feel like everyone needs to do what they gotta do. And if if they are feeling better now, good for them. But and it wasn't anything, I don't have any issue with the actor itself. I just didn't feel like it got delivered. I don't think the person was like delivering the message and the emotions in that scene. Dobby, that's so funny. I think he looks a lot like Dobby. He's right there. Dobby from the Harry Potter movies.
Of course.
I felt Tom Holland did a worse job than Cersei.
Excuse me, sweetie. I'm gonna score a spoon.
A spoon? No.
Or
There's some that's clean.
Hi everyone.
We're making a peanut butter sandwich.
Can you ask anyone if they're playing Miss Fall Hunter?
Are you playing Mist Fall Hunter?
Miss Fall Hunter.
Yes, I'm German, sorry. I am German. Everyone asking here. I hope you're okay. Thank you, the last boy. You are too. Hi, Anwar. But yeah, Tom Holland, like.
See if it was.
I feel like
a good move.
I wasn't happy about the choice about Tom Holland being the person in the movie, but
assassin is one.
In the end, I feel like it worked because the role he played was very much like him, very like underwhelming kinda. You're like, come on.
What's underwhelming?
Tom Holland.
Oh, yeah.
But he fit the role because the person itself was underwhelming. You know what I mean? Like compared to his dad.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
He did not help him out. Like all those weapons were dropped through the ceiling because he could not help him. He did all that fighting practice and he just couldn't get good at it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say worthless, but I feel like the actor really pretty much portrayed that characteristic or that character really well, actually. Mist Fall Hunter, 2167. Tom Holland, the boy actor. Yeah, well, I feel like he yeah, I feel like he was picked well for that role because it was an underwhelming character in general, like a little bit of a disappointment as a character. Because he just couldn't do anything. Hi Elijah, welcome back. I expect Odyssey to deliver more. It had flashes of promise but weak pacing. Her payoff kept it from living up to the hype. Yeah, I'm sure every movie could be like better, like everything could be better. But I know what you mean. I feel like if they invested like a few more months into making it, and like Fanny said earlier, if they split it up into 2 movies and really like did more scenes and like longer scenes for certain situations, like whenever they like came across like those mystical creatures, I feel like they could have taken the time with that and make it like more spooky and more like where you like get into each scene, because it was like obviously the Odyssey is like a journey, so you want to get into the journey, kind of like Lord of the Rings, where you really like invested in the journey of them. I feel like they kind of rushed through all those stations a little bit. So if they would have taken the time with like the sirens, for example, and even the witch, I feel like they could have done that a little bit longer, because that was like cinematically, that was really, really great. How they like shaped those like animal faces and that was really, really spooky and well made. I feel like they could have done that a little bit longer. Cyberpunk. He has played Cyberpunk, yes.
Which was more people than that?
Do you like cheese? Not particularly, but I also don't not like it. Cheesecake. I don't like cheesecake.
You guys agree?
I know a lot of people love cheesecake, but I've never liked cheesecake. I mean, I don't hate it or anything, but if someone makes me a cheesecake, I'll eat it, but it's not my favorite cake. Yes, the science scene should be unforgettable. They could have really like pulled us into that, like make us feel what they're feeling. And me as a girl, I probably cannot feel what those sailor men were feeling when they're going through the sirens, but like they could have made it less flat and dragged it out a little bit more and make us like more I don't know, the thunderstorm scene where the ship gets cut in half, that was like insanely long, and the loud thunder, like I had to put my finger in my ears. I could barely even like stay inside the movie theater because it was so loud. It was like almost painful because I'm very noise sensitive. That was so loud, so long, but all the other scary scenes were kind of short compared to that. So I felt like I was like a little bit of a misproportion there. Mac Miller makes me sad. Aw, I like Mac Miller. But yeah, sad story, so understandable. In typical Southern accent, there was too much real estate to cover. Yeah, that is a good point. They took on a little bit too much for one movie. So I think if they would have listened to you, Funny, that would have been a good idea. Especially now that people really liked it, I think it would have been a huge success to do a second one, and people would have been looking forward to the next part. But oh well. The Cyclops scene should have been epic, but it felt underwhelming. It never really landed. Oh, I felt like the Cyclops scene, that was like one of my favorites. Like that was like one of the spookiest not monsters, but very well made. Like I rarely ever feel like creatures in movies that are like mystical or like monsters or stuff like that are well made. Oftentimes they're just really trashy looking and like trying too hard. But with that one, I feel like they hit the nail on the head. But yeah, even then they could have made that longer too, I agree, because it was really, really, really good. And the sounds on that one, whatever that was, but that sounded like straight out of hell. Like that's how I would imagine hell sounds like, and I think they did really well. Those sounds, because I mean he was Poseidon's son, right? So he was like a half god, so, or half demon, I guess, however you want to see it. So that was definitely very like good sounding sounds on that. What would you rate it out of 5? I would say 4, 3.9, or 4. I would say 4. Yeah, if it was out of 10, I would say 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. They could have made a haunting music. The Cyclops, I feel like them not doing haunting music made it even better, because they used like that scream of that thing and the kind of like eeriness and silence really well. Just to me personally, I feel like they did that really perfectly. Like that was almost like a 10 out of 10 for me, just that scene. But I could have had a longer scene. I could have had a movie just based on that story, honestly. I would have enjoyed that horror movie of them escaping that Cyclops. Oh, the siren scene. Yes, I was hoping they give us a little glimpse into how the siren sounds like. I was really like, I want to hear the siren sound too. And yeah, I feel like they could have like lured us into that scene and like kind of like make us go crazy a little bit, like step by step.
Yeah.
You know, just making it more intense, where it almost gets to the point where you cannot listen to it anymore when you until you want to put your fingers in the ear. What I did with the thunderstorm scene. I feel like they could have done that with the sirens too, because he was, you know, you wanted to feel what he was feeling in that situations, but they gave us the muffled version of the guys with the earwax in. So yeah, I was a little disappointed in that scene too. I feel like that was way too fast. And they should have also shown us a little bit more about what happened to the guy that swam over there and how that situation evolved. Even though, yeah, I don't know. Do sirens just did they attack the people or just make them go overboard and drown? I wonder if they would also attack him because he was like swimming over to the island, right?
That's the first time we actually.
Anyone play Sea of Thieves here? Hey, Wasim. How you doing? Oscar's here. The Indian Greek guy was good. He was one of my favorite characters. He was really good.
Yeah.
Yusuf the chemist, Interstellar. Oh, he was on board, right? Of the spaceship. Did you say spaceship? Yeah. I'm thinking, I have one talking about the cast, and we covered most of it already, but I feel like I did. Oh, Inception. I thought you meant on the Interstellar spaceship. I was like thinking, was there a guy who looked like him? Inception. I don't remember that. Hi, thank you, Abish. And where was I? I feel like Matt Damon. How did we like Matt Damon? Talking about Interstellar or like the Martian, Marziana.
These accusations are unjustified.
I was discussing with him yesterday. I was like, who could you have seen playing Odysseus better than Matt Damon, or who would have portrayed him more authentically? Did you think it was like a good choice, or is there an actor that you think could have delivered that a little bit better?
It's an extraction shoot. It's an extraction shoot. It'd be like that.
Can't wait for Christopher Nolan to adapt Oedipus. Hi, Bonnie. Did you watch Odyssey already?
You need Jason to give you a background.
Matt was good. I don't think we know Matt Damon for his acting powers. Oh, Tom Hardy. I think I can see that. Tom Hardy, yep. I'm thinking. I was trying to think yesterday who I could have seen in that role, but because I wasn't too happy about the Matt Damon choice, but at the same time I also couldn't name one out of the top of my head who I think would have done a better job. But yeah, Matt Damon is like, I don't know. I agree with what you said. I feel like he doesn't really have like crazy deep roles usually, but I feel like him and Hathaway had like a good they were like a good match as a couple, so that was good. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Tom Hardy, I think I could see that. Michael Fassbender. That's just a personal thing. I'm just not a huge Michael Fassbender fan. But with Tom Hardy, I would go with you. Oh, prowess, caliber. Okay. I thought you meant powers. Oscar, stop itching. Hi, Tango. Enjoy your wine. I got some Weinsteins here, but no wine. Akil, I almost said Matthew McConaughey, but I was like, I can't say it because of Interstellar, because, you know, it would have been too obvious because of Christopher Nolan, and I love Matthew McConaughey. So I tried to think about someone else, but Matthew McConaughey came to my mind while thinking about it multiple times already too, so I guess, yeah, that would have been a good choice, or could have been a good choice. I'm thinking about, I don't know why, but Javier Bardem almost would have delivered that role good too. But maybe he's too evil looking. Like he has like this like evil character facade, or there's evil character connotation around him, so maybe not. Unfortunately, no German beer. Was gibt's heute? What do you have today, Tango? McConaughey would be good acting, but he wouldn't be a wrestler. Christian Bale. Would Christian Bale be a good cast for it? I don't know. He's good at changing his physical appearance all the time too, like his body. So I think he could have built up to that. But yeah, Tom Hardy, physicality-wise, would have been a good match for that. If you're walking down south by going up a hill, are you going down or up? That's the question, huh? Brad Pitt. I thought about it, but I was like, Brad Pitt had his chances. Like, let's give some roles to other. Leonardo. What do you think about that? Would he delivered? Would he have delivered? Goodness, grammar. Bear would tower over Agamemnon. Hi, Shuriken. What are we talking about? We're talking about the Odyssey right now. I watched the movie yesterday, so I was just asking about people's opinions about the movie, and most people said it's good. So we got 15 votes, and 73% said it was good. So against all odds, against all those bad reviews that we got in the beginning, or people were just like hating on the movie for some reason. My favorite German beer. I am not a huge German beer person because I like lager beers more, or ales more. Not lager, I like ales the best when it comes to beer. But I'm not a huge beer fan in general. I know, disappointing as a German. I'm sorry. That's why I got kicked out in the end. Leonardo. Fantasy cast, yeah, pretty much. We're doing fantasy cast, and so Matt Damon was Odysseus. So we weren't sure, or I wasn't sure, about the choice for Matt Damon. I don't know. I feel like his facial features were not, or his facial expressions were not strong enough for the movie, but he did a good job, obviously. But I feel like he did as good as he can in his, how did you call it again? Prowess, funny, but not compared to what other actors of his caliber could have done. You know what I mean? I almost said Ralph Fiennes funny, but I didn't say it. I was like, that's too obvious because I'm such a huge 28 years later fan. So I was like, y'all would think I would say Ralph Fiennes because I love the movie so much and him as an actor. So that's why I didn't say it. But I was thinking about it last night too, if Ralph Fiennes would have been a good pick. And I think he would have. I'm just thinking about his age and hairstyle. I think that would have not matched it. I don't know. I feel like I'm almost gonna go with Christian Bale for me personally, but I understand your concern about it. Younger Russell Crowe might have been good. I thought about Russell Crowe too. Younger one, that's another age issue. Same with Ralph Fiennes, I think. I think there's a lot of actors that would have been really great for this, but they're just like a little bit over the casting age there. How are you tonight? I'm doing good. How about yourself? 100% Crow would have been good, yes, but that's a little bit too late for him, I think, unfortunately. He could be Tom Spider too. Looks-wise, Ralph Fiennes could have been Tom Spider, you think? When he was younger? Or do you mean Russell Crowe? I'm caught up with everything. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's always, you could always like do fantasy casting after a movie and be like, this would have been a better fit. But in the end, we all don't know if that would have been a better cast for anyone. How about The Rock? Huh? Or Aquaman, what's his name? That would have been funny. Or what's his name? Oh my goodness. I can't think of him right now. He's like shorter and he has like always like funny roles. He played in the Minecraft movie along. I can't think of any names. I'm so bad with names. I have like a good face memory, but names I'm so terrible with. I'm like one of those people I have to ask people about their name or for their name like 20 times until I remember. Have you seen Brad Pitt in Troy? Yes, I have. Oh, absolutely. I agree. If he could have played that a while ago, then I totally agree. But now I don't think. Why are you calling her a cougar? Who's calling me cougar? Yeah, that's a good question. Well, call me all you want. It doesn't make me the thing you're calling me, just because you're calling me something. And I got a cougar right here. Get my panther. Okay. You're being very dramatic, Manchester. You're very dramatic.
20 seconds go.
Ooh.
20 seconds stop.
My little shatzy. The Rock as audience. I'm obviously kidding. Obviously kidding. I hope you didn't take that seriously, that I was like suggesting The Rock as Odysseus. I would have been really mad if they. Yeah, there's like YouTube shorts about modern day casting for Lord of the Rings, and The Rock is actually in it too. I forgot which role he played, like Aragorn or something. And then Tom Holland was Frodo, and Zendaya was Galadriel, I think. And just like all those like super like popular actors right now in the Lord of the Rings movies. I was like, thank God that we did Lord of the Rings when it was made and not now. Guten Morgen, Blankenfelder. Herr Stubenadler. Sind es deine Wellensittiche eigentlich auf dem Foto? George Clooney as Odysseus. George Clooney. I think he's also over that age gap, isn't he? Like Jason Momoa. He does have the acting range. Yeah. Well, He definitely would have been good for like one of the soldiers, like the frame wise, but I don't know. Shurkin, what did you say? Ralph Fiennes just played Odysseus in The Return. We mentioned Ralph Fiennes too, and I was actually yesterday when I was thinking about it after the movie. Ralph Fiennes was the first that came to my head, and then Matthew McConaughey. But yeah, I think Ralph Fiennes would have been amazing, but I think the age would have not matched it in his looks, especially since he had to get quite scrawny for the 28 years later. I don't think he could have been building up fast enough for that role, since they were shooting the movie at the same, not same time, but very close to the 28 years later. John Cena. I don't know. I'll think about it some more, and I'll bring it up next time if I have another guess. You guys too, please. I could talk about movies that I watched forever. It's so fun. Auch im Kanal. Ah, du hast auch einen Kanal, Stubenadler? Das wusste ich nicht. Who would replace Anne Hathaway? In my mind, it has to be Eva Green. Yep. For sure. Oh, that would have been good. Yeah, I agree. Eva Green would have been a good pick, but also a very obvious pick, because she's oftentimes played those very like Greek goddessy vibe person with her appearance. But it certainly would have been a good cast. I agree. As long as it's not Penelope Cruz, please. Nothing against her, but it's just so she's just like in every single movie. I feel like the place in that part of the world. Rebecca Ferguson in Anne's role. Yeah. I think. Why not? I had someone else in mind too.
Oh, it's a rogue. Yep.
I don't know, even Natalie Portman, I think I could have seen in that role a little bit. Ralph Fiennes already played Odysseus in The Return, is that? Oh, he played it in The Return. Oh, okay, oops. I didn't see it. Maybe I need to watch it. 5 Stück, 5 Wellensittiche. Wow. Fliegen die auch in der Wohnung rum? In 300? I remember I saw that a while ago. Yeah, Michael Keaton would have been good too. Yes, I can see that. No, not only discussing films, but I go to the movie theater quite often, unless I have like a period where I don't have time to go, which I had before the Odyssey. Goodness. So we discuss movies quite often, I would say. The next one will be Obsession. I still have to watch that, and then I'll let you all know what I think, if you care. And I don't know if is there any. Oh yeah, I went to see the Oak Street thing, Anne Hathaway again in a dinosaur movie. I just like dinosaurs, so I'm kind of excited for that. I'm not too like, I don't have too many hopes up. I think it's just gonna be one of those like very mediocre films, but you know, it's Anne Hathaway and it's dinosaurs, so that sounds pretty good to me. But yeah, I stream usually around this time after work. Thank you, Maria. Goodbye, Anwar. Return is highly recommended. Quite a good film. Thank you. I'm gonna add that to my list. Hallo, Jan. Hast du schon Odyssey gesehen? Und wenn ja, sag, wie du es fandest. Moinsen. Dafür gibt's fast den Löffel, Jan, für Moinsen. Das wird hier nicht gern gesehen. Fehlt nur noch der verrückte Smiley mit den Augen und der Zunge. Henry Cavill would be good for Odysseus, goodness. I never realized how many crazies there are. You do a fantastic job today. I timed out more than I've done in the whole 26 just today. Oh my god, goodness. That is rough. Show. Wieso hat es jetzt gerade deine Nachricht zurückgehalten, Jan? Du hast nur gesagt, dass es 40 Grad hat. Ach so, ich lauf da im Pulli rum. Ja. Aus Gründen. I'm wearing my sweater for reasons, because the stream is already crazy sometimes with trolls. If I don't dress like Mother Therese, it gets worse. So I covered my shoulders. And it's also quite chilly in here. AC. Ja, wir haben Klimaanlage an. Jan, was willst du machen?
Oh, what's this guy?
A mischief. I prayed for you this morning and ask God bless you and your family and your channel from Lahore, Pakistan. Thank you to Pakistan, Maria. Blessings to you too. Colorful. All kind of genres. Akil. Do I say Akil to you? I hope that's correct. I like all genres. I like really any. Like my favorite is probably like thrillers, like psycho thrillers and thrillers in general. I like anything, horror, drama, comedy, rom-com if I must. All kinds, really. Not huge into, or not at all, into superheroes. Marvel, no. That's the only thing I don't like. But anything other than superheroes, I'll watch. Still haven't seen the Odyssey as a where. I reckon I'll just wait to see it at home. Honestly, Shuriken, if you want to not lose your hearing, watching Odyssey at home is probably a good thing to do, because it is the loudest movie I've ever heard in history. I even googled afterwards, is the Odyssey louder than the legal limits of loudness in a movie theater? Like, did they overstep the legal limits of the loudness? And I know there's like a term for that that I just can't think of in English right now. But yeah, that was crazy. Like, I watched 10% of the movie like this. And the dialogues in the movies were quite on the low side, like very like whispery. So sometimes the music was like really epic and loud, and then they were just like, and you're like, huh? Can you speak up a little bit? Huh? It was just like, you would almost get frustrated because you wanted to hear the dialogues, because the dialogues were pretty good most times. And the music was just like overbearingly loud. You're like, why? Just adapt. Like, you should have enough money to like adapt the loudness of the movie to the voice a little bit. So I'm thinking it might, that's what he said. He said it might have even been better at home, like either IMAX, but not like just like a tiny little, because we watched it in a small room because it's like already kicked out of the IMAX, and the big rooms, like the Spider-Man has moved into the IMAX department now. So the Odyssey got pushed back to the bad seats. So yeah, the audio wasn't great in there. What is that? I don't know either what that is, Shuriken. No idea. Hey, bass fishing. I guess you do bass fishing. How did I know that, huh? Farsighted, am I not? Yes, we're talking about the Odyssey. As everyone at the moment, Sir John. Nice dog. My Apple Watch. Did your Apple Watch actually alert for noise pollution? Well, I'm not surprised. The Odyssey, like I said, that was the loudest movie I've ever heard in my life. I was like, there's no way this is within the limits. There's no way in Germany that would be allowed. I even looked up like what's the difference between like movie theaters in Germany and America. Is there like a decibel limit that's different? And in Germany the decibel limit is actually lower. Here you can blast the sound in America, which makes a cool movie experience, I have to say. Like, sound does something. Sound, I can tell why people would use that for like certain not good techniques in certain fields, you know, because it can be really like, it can do something to you. But yeah, I really had to put my fingers in my ears for parts of the movie. It was just really insane. Insanely loud, but really good at the same time. So, was it worth losing 2% of my hearing? I don't know. You saw Troy? Well, Troy was a good movie. But it's not the... It's very different. It's hard to compare those two movies together. Very different style of movie. The other one is more focused on like, taking you like on a journey of like intenseness. Like intense is like the word I would, if I had to put the word into the movie into one word, it would be intense. My middle-aged brother, born before internet, I think that means you claim established importance over a period of time by signaling perceived riches.
Ja.
Sehr gut. Finde ich auch. Salmas. Haven't seen it yet. Very excited. I might have to wait for a digital release though. Yep. Shuriken said the same thing here, Carl. Some people are waiting for it, and I was almost tempted to do the same, but yesterday I was just out with friends, and it just happened that we were looking at what's playing in the movie theater, and it was just like a movie right after our dinner, so I was like, okay, let's go. Viking King Jackson, wie er den Film findet, und dann ignorieren, was ist das? Ich hab's doch nicht gesehen, Jan, es wird mir doch nicht angezeigt hier. YouTube hält doch wieder mal alles zurück. Sag's nochmal bitte. Nochmal kurze Zusammenfassung. Ich hab's leider nicht gesehen. Ja, Deutsch im Kino herrscht Stille und das ist auch gut so. Will ich den Film sehen, kein Konzert. Ja, ich muss schon sagen, hier in Amerika sind die Filme so laut. Es ist wirklich grenzwertig. Also ich habe manchmal echt Ring im Summen oder Brummen im Ohr für einen halben Tag oder bis zum nächsten Morgen noch. Also ich sag dir echt, Kinoerlebnis in Amerika ist nochmal ein ganz anderes Level. Auch so mit den ganzen Effekten und sowas und den Sitzheizung und Fußlehne nach oben und Ledersitz und alles. Also es ist schon Deluxe, sag ich mal. Aber ich habe auf jeden Fall ein bisschen was von meiner Hörleistung verloren, muss ich sagen. Es ist jedes Mal ein bisschen ein Opfer, was man vollbringt, wenn man ins Kino geht hier. Sir John, people are saying Samuel Jackson should have been Helen of Troy. I heard that before, yeah. Or Morgan Freeman. It's a little funny, but yeah. We're allowed to be silly about stuff, right? Obviously we're not being serious, but I read those comments before too. Hey Jan. Schön vorsichtig hier mit deinen Gerüchteküche. Du weißt, was in meiner Küche lauert. Samuel Jackson wouldn't be a bad choice. It could have. I agree. Honestly, if they did that as a joke, like imagine like the seriousness and the heaviness and the intenseness of the movie Odyssey, and then Samuel L. Jackson being Helen of Troy. That would have been a little funny. Like I would have given the movie like 10 not 10 like 0.1 extra points for that. 10 points for Gryffindor for that. Thank you, Fresh Eyes. Sir John speaking German hier, nice. Ja, well, guess I'm just gonna. Dann werde ich wohl jetzt in Deutsch weitersprechen, wenn ihr alle Deutsch sprecht. Na dann, macht das Leben einfacher für mich. Got back from sailing? BT, are you doing, are you reenacting the Odyssey? We're just talking about the Odyssey here. Now you tell me you're back from sailing? Are you Tom Holland? Oh. Let there be light. Is the live stream in German now? Yeah. I would expect, that's the least I would expect of my community, for all of you to be fluent in German after me streaming for over a year now. So what the hell? Y'all better step up the game in the German department here and get all your grammar books, your study books out. I'm gonna switch to German soon.
To use a what?
But where were you sailing to, BT, if you don't mind us asking? That's crazy. Yes, I saw it. Finally, we saw it. Funny saw it too. Shuriken still has to watch it. Den Trailer für Odyssey gesehen, muss sagen, es war schon nice. How is meine Meinung? Meine Meinung is actually very good. I was very skeptical first, because I'm just a human as everyone. And I cannot, shield myself from all the bad rep that the movie got, or the criticism it got. But it was really good. Like, that criticism will be like in here and gone out of here after 10 minutes of into the movie, I think. Oscar, you wanna be on stream? Yeah. So heavy. So, ich muss mal oben scrollen. I'm gonna scroll. Oh, sorry. Oh, hold on. Scroll too far. Thank you, Mohammed. Welcome. I've got to go now. Bye, Funny. Bye. Adios. Adios. Tschüss. See you next time. Thanks for saying hi. I'm gonna hop off soon too. I've been streaming for so long. Oh, goodness gracious, y'all. I have to do stuff in the household. Where's my tread life? It's all falling apart. It's all crumbling now. Goodness gracious, the Lord is a mess. The Lord is not a mess. The house is a mess. Sorry, Lord, I didn't mean you are a mess, obviously. The house is a mess. And I'm just kidding, I'm not a tread wife. I'm just being silly. It's just such a internet term right now. Hi, Mama. Thank you. Thank you for liking the stream. Fluent in French here. Pff, dream on. Not gonna happen this life no more. I used to be able to speak French, but those days are gone. Sometimes you just gotta accept that. You prefer French? Anua, I'm fluent in sarcasm. I know, I think we're all aware of that, Funny. I must learn German. I want to learn Spanish at the moment. One step at a time, that's very wise. Mixing up multiple languages is really hard. If you have the capacity for it, good for you, but it's, I don't know, I would not recommend. Let's turn the lights on real quick before I say goodbye, so I see you guys, or you can see me. Wie werden denn die ganze Ober... Ja, so, da ist nicht ganz falsch, ja. If I suggest an epic genre movie, would you watch it? Yes, of course. What is it? Yeah, if anyone has movie suggestions, I'm always very open to hearing those. Thank you, Mohammed, for liking my dog. My dog pretty sure likes it too. He likes most people. Lake St. Clair. Nice. That's nice. BT be sailing around. There's worse things to do than sailing, huh? That's cool. I never sailed. My sister has sailed many times. You know, you gotta have friends with a sailboat. That's what they say. I don't have friends with sailboats. What the hell, my friends? Why don't you all have sailboats? But yeah, she got some cool stories to tell from sailing. Did you take any videos or photos, BT? And yes, I liked it. I did like the Odyssey a lot. Very epic. Not like IMDb forever top 3 level or top 5 level, but definitely one of the better movies I've seen in the last 5 years, for sure. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Maria. I like the Good Bettina Nolan's best work, but movie is great. Yep, that summarizes it very well. I can say the same thing about it. Bye, Sir John. Oscar mit K, natürlich Oscar mit K. Was denn sonst? Mit C oder was? Oscar ist doch Deutsch. Naja, nicht ganz, aber ich zumindest. Also ist er auch Deutsch. Ein bisschen. Well, thanks. Hi, El Chapo. You liked outdoor stream? I'm happy to hear that. Bye, El Chapo. I'm going to sleep. Bye, Anwar. Good night, good night. Romano. Montesanto. Yes, no makeup. We do not do makeup here. Who has time? Not bashing anyone that does. Good for you. Put on makeup in the morning and take it off in the evening. That's like an hour extra of your day. I do not want to invest that just to look a little nicer. That's not worth it for me personally. I do not want to. I don't have the urge to do that. I don't know. I feel like the 24 hours when you are a kid is very long, and I feel like you can do a lot of things in your day. But once you're a grown up and you are working and doing stuff every day, 24 hours is not that much. Adding a whole like makeup routine into that is not worth it. I feel like you have to really prioritize things as an adult in your day and your schedule, and some things have to like leave and some things have to be replaced with it as you journey on in life. And makeup or anything like that has never taken place in my life because I don't want to invest time or effort or money into that at all. And it's just chemicals in the end. So it's like a lose-lose. I don't know. For me personally. Hi, Clark. I have watched Tenet, yes. You'll be sailing this next week. Y'all be sailing or what? That's so cool. Y'all sailing. Y'all sailors. Thank you, Maria. You're too. Ramayana by Namit Malhotra is releasing in November. I think you'll love the story. It's epic with a lot of depth and scale. I will not be able to remember that. Akil, if you don't mind, if anyone has a movie recommendation, if you could just drop those under like a random post or like a video or like short anything that where I can see it, because I get like notified about comments there. always feel free to post it there so I can see it and write it down, because in the chat if it's like a long title and like hard to remember, I most likely will not be able to remember it. But yeah, thank you for that. Ami-Slang, Akzent, machst deinen Namen alle Ehre. Amiricola, oh, that's a good name. Ricola, Amiricola. But I'm not Swiss, so. But that's a good one. Makeup is a no-go in Germany. We call this. Hey. I'm not in Munich. No, Brutus. Brutus. The most Munich name in the world. Brutus. That's almost how I should have called my my dog. I feel like Brutus would have been a good name for him. What's yours? Hut Saifa Kai Hu Ruidin. What is your talent? That's here. Hi Rohit. 606, thank you for the hiding. It looks like the Cyclops in Odyssey. I say it again. The hiding thingy, it looks like that thing.
I just fell off the map.
Emily Blunt, prettiest sister. Vahid, if you say that one more time, I might start believing it. So, I'm kidding. I will never believe it. But thanks for that compliment. I like Emily Blunt. She's funny. So, I appreciate that. I remember you banned me. I don't ban anyone, Jorge. I just scroll through the stream. If you got banned, it might have been accidentally by mods or because of a reason, or YouTube has held back your comments, but I've never banned you. I don't remember last time I ever banned anyone, except for that one crazy guy. A little bit of intro search, and there was a lot of information on that one, by the way, if you ever wondered. Very yeah, interesting, really interesting information. Like, not interesting information, but you would be shocked to hear who that was, but I'm not gonna share it, just to, you know. But for me personally, I was like, oh, you really can't trust anyone. It's really very troublesome. Have you seen The Worst Person in the World? Oh, let's guess you'll be like, just look in the mirror. Is that gonna be the joke? Guys, don't leave mean comments. This is an informative channel. I don't know how informative that is, but thank you. Oh, thanks, Wahid. Hi, Jean-Luc. But I don't know. I appreciate compliments. I do. It's very kind, and it comes from a kind place. I really appreciate that. But at the same time, I don't want to give stuff like appearance a big what's the thing I'm looking for? The word Aufmerksamkeit, attention in my life, because appearance will always be fleeting, and it's not, you know, what makes a person. So while I appreciate it, I do, but yeah, appearance is just a fleeting thing, and yeah, I'll try not to focus on that. Hi, Jean-Luc, bonjour. Oh, that's a movie. Oh, sorry. I thought that was like a bad joke. I have not seen that. Don't you worry. Are you from Mars? Not that I'm aware of. I don't think. Colorful folks are plentiful on YouTube, but I must admit that things have seemed slightly more studied in here lately. I think so. And YouTube is also getting much more strict, and they have really, I feel like they're doing a pretty well job right now on figuring out like those like really hardcore trolls. Like they're really good with the, because a lot of people are like removing them from the channel, so YouTube will like realize like, hey, this is not a good account, or they're doing a lot of like harassment and bullying. So they're doing a good job removing those and or not showing them. So YouTube is really getting better and better with that, and just keeping chats pretty clean, and you obviously Shuriken, you're doing like 90% of that, and then YouTube does like 10%. So really appreciate you, and BT and Funny and everyone, of course. I got an innocent laugh on my face. Do people have not innocent laughs? Isn't laughing always kind of like innocent? Unless people have like evil laughs. Hey, Sandy. Breaking Bad or the Game of Thrones? Breaking Bad is probably one of my all-time favorite shows. And it's really hard to compare those two because they're both great in their own ways, but like a completely different genre, obviously. So, but I would put Breaking Bad here, and then Game of Thrones a little bit like here when it comes to how I perceive the show. Hi, Loom. Thank you, Super Slav. I appreciate it. Was hast du gegessen? Was habe ich heute gegessen? I made Chinese food today. I made some Chinese eggplant today. Yeah, I made a dish with eggplant. It's called the 3 Treasures of Earth. It's like fried eggplant with fried green peppers or any like bell peppers you like, and then it has fried potatoes with it, and then you mix it together in like a dark soy sauce, and yeah, it's really delicious. The 3 Treasures of Earth, one of my favorites.
Hey, you guys want to teleport?
I think they're I think because a lot of channels really got put off by the whole like rage thing going on, like all those like hate bots, and I don't know, it's really go ahead, Boney. I really time to break bread. Did you break bread this week already? Oh wow, sure, can you still have that on your list? I'm almost a little jealous. That's amazing. I binge watched that show. Like, I watched it with a friend. Back in the days. In the days sounds like I'm like 87 or so, but I watched that with a friend. We started at the same time, and we were really good friends in university. But then we lived in different cities, so we watched it like on FaceTime to like see each other's reaction, and that was like really fun times, and we like really loved that show. Really, really good. I can highly recommend. Alien Covenant. Yes, kenne ich. Christian, fandest du gut? I got you, Jorge. Spitting facts here. Of course, you can say there are 2 divisions of laugh, 1 innocent laugh, 2 occasional laugh. All things. Hi, Moose. Guten Abend. 3 Treasures of Earth sounds fantastical. I think you will like it a lot. I saw the food that you made. All the Japanese food, like the little, all those dishes you made. I'm like, I saw it, I kept scrolling, I was like, another one? Holy moly, like, that looked really good. That looked like out of like an artsy Japanese film. I'm like, whoa, you got some skill. So hats off for that cooking skills in the photo series. But yeah, 3 Treasures of Earth, I think you'll like it. Eggplants are not super popular, I feel like, here in America, except for like eggplant parmesan. But Chinese eggplant, if you ever come across a real authentic Chinese restaurant where they have eggplant on the menu, you need to try it. I highly recommend. It's really, really good. I've heard so many people recommend Breaking Bad. I think my parents even watched it. Oh, really? Fun. You need to watch it. It is really good. Magst du High Heels? Nee, ich habe welche, aber trage ich sehr selten. Das gleiche mit Makeup. Makeup and high heels are two of the things I've rarely ever used. Like, just sometimes for the like wow effect. I don't know what that even means, but you know, for like if you want to get a little self-esteem push, I guess. Once every blue moonish, I will maybe do it, but on a regular basis, definitely not. Comfort over style. I'm in that phase of my life for now. But yeah, life is, you know, fluctuating, or like it's like always moving. So I'll never say I will never like wearing like this or this. It just depends on my mood. But at the moment, also with my job, that's very like physically demanding. I like wearing just something that's comfortable and I can move in, you know. Gar nicht. Wohl nicht. Die sind auch nicht mehr das, was sie mal waren. Didn't make the Japanese food. I'm sorry to say it was from a very authentic izakaya. Oh, okay. I thought you made that. I was like, holy moly. Like, how long did that take you to cook that? Even then, the photos were already fantastical, as you like to say. So, already hats off for that, for the photography. But I thought you made all that too, on top of the photos. So I was like, man, how long were you in the kitchen making everything from scratch? But that looks really good. Maybe I should have read the title better, and I might have read that like at 1 a.m. when I couldn't sleep or so. Sometimes when I'm checking out friends' YouTube pages, it's oftentimes after a long day of work when I'm like done with the house chores and everything, and I go to bed like late, and then I'm like, you know, my eyes are half asleep. So it happens. Need to push it to the top of the list. Breaking Bad is the best of the best in this genre all time. Yes. Jan or Yak, I do agree with that. But it's hard. Brother, I understand starting a show, especially when it's that long. Are you a silly goose? No, I'm a silly moose. You call me a crazy lady, you think I'm a goose. You call me a crazy lady, you think I'm a moose. Anyone seen Chris Lilly's Lunatics on Netflix? Highly recommend, it's funny. And that's one of those characters. Okay, bye Jorge. See ya. But yeah, where was I? Starting a show is really hard when you know it's like it's like a commitment. Like it's really like, you know, you don't want to watch a show and end it after the first 3 episodes. So you want to like, you know, you will have to invest like a chunk of your life kind of into that show. So it is a commitment. So starting that is not easy. It took me forever to start Game of Thrones. I started it when I was in China because I just needed something to relax after like all the studying in the evening, and something that was not Chinese, just to listen to like a different language once in a while. That's when I started it. and I tried to get into it, but I was so occupied with other stuff that I couldn't really get into it. And then I stopped after the third or fourth episode, and then I picked it up again when I was back, and then I binge watched it all. But you have to be in a mindset and like having like some free time. Otherwise, watching a show is just not as fun. I've been slacking on moderating you guys and driving. It seems like every time you're on, that's okay, BT. All I want is that you get from A to B safely. There, you don't need to be moderating at all. So don't worry about it at all. Weil ich so klein bin, I'm not even that klein. So. Sehe ich so klein aus oder was? Mir wird immer gesagt, dass ich klein aussehe. Wenn mich Leute in echt treffen, dann sagen sie, oh, du bist ja gar nicht so klein. Mhm. Ja, ja. Aber Kellner, der Kaffee ist kalt. Gut, dass Sie mir das sagen, mein Herr. Eiskaffee kostet 1 Euro mehr. That was funny. That's something that could actually happen in Germany, right? Never worry about that, man. Life is busy for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Drive safely, that's all that matters. We want to see you here again, BT, in one piece, not multiple pieces. So please be safe. Don't worry about it all. Just listen if you want to have it as like a podcast or some sort. But yeah, I appreciate you saying hello. And oh no, man who needs cookies. Do you need a cookie? Would that make you feel better? How was the dinner yesterday? It was good. It was really good. Hi to Iran. Hello, Explorer, by the way. How are you doing? I did a terrible mistake, by the way. I did it again. Just yesterday, I said on stream I will never drink coffee again. Here I am. That's gonna be a long night. Wow. Dann passen wir doch nicht zusammen. Du hast doch gesagt, du bist 1,80, oder? 1,90 hast du doch gesagt. Lügenbold. Erwischt. Why do German shows and movies feel so intense? Do they? They feel intense? I don't know. We like making people feel uncomfortable. We like making creating uncomfortable feelings. I like shows that make me super uncomfortable. If you want a good show that makes you freaking uncomfortable, but is hilarious at the same time and super like real and like funny, and tragic at the same time, please like me. It's so funny. It's an Australian show. Australians know how to do shows. They make good shows. So yeah, it's a good show. Just reminded me when you said intense. What will you drink then? Tea. Tea, I do much better on tea than on coffee. I should have not drank coffee, so I'm not someone that can tolerate coffee, but I still drink it. So yes, crying fish. Oh, is it a crying fish in your picture? That's sad. Oh, brother, if you see the Odyssey, the one scene with the dog, oh, heartbreaking but cute at the same time. My favorite scene of the movie. 1,91 mit High Heels. Oh yeah. He can understand German. Who do you mean, Explorer? Und Make-up, ja. Das Make-up macht doch mal einen Zentimeter extra, oder? Noch mal eine Schicht auf deinem Gesicht. Dann läufst du so rum, bist noch mal ein bisschen größer. Und die tupierten Haare natürlich. I heard that coffee can be good for people and it has like some good effects on them, but I'm not an expert in the field. But you also gotta be careful with coffee because make sure it's organic, because coffee can be really bad on the heavy metals and the pesticides and all that. So causing a lot of harm in the countries where it's produced if it's not organic or fair trade. So if you can, make sure it's fair trade and organic. You know, if you must drink it, at least do it right. Schreib für diese Unverschämtheit 100-mal, ich bin ein fauler Kerl, und das ist dann von deinem Vater unterschreiben. Why, do you speak German? Do I remember that wrong? Or do you translate it into German? I'm like, not sure anymore. You're like fluent in German now. All of a sudden, I love a good animal scene and no mistake. I do like an animal scene too, but it always like hits very deep. So sometimes I'm happy when there's no animal scenes because it makes me really like emotional. But that one was a really like, wow. That was the only scene where I cried in the movie. Was the dog scene. British people drink tea and shuriken, and I do. Die Borg. Die Borg. Schauspiel oder was? Gesicht, die Schminke. Ach so, deswegen ist es ein bisschen größer, die Fußsohlen. Ah ja, das macht natürlich Sinn. Hi MD, good morning. Hi Ans. In quotations. Oh je, die Füßlinge kommen wieder raus. Where can I watch Odyssey? Not yet, Explorer. It's still in the movie theater. You have to go to the movie theater still if you don't wanna wait, or you just wait like another, I would say 2 weeks, 3 weeks probably before they put it onto a streaming service. I think. Today's tea report. Injun, then some hojicha, and I'm comfortable enough with the guy one to where I can filter out the tiny particles from the hojicha, which is handy. Huh. I haven't had hojicha in a while. There's a place nearby in Nashville where I like to go, where they had really good hojicha, but haven't made one at home in a very long time. And that's good, you can filter out those tiny particles. I mean, the tiny particles in the end, just like some fiber, I guess, if you don't, mind them. Is the German au pairs in the USA? Yes, Explorer, there sure is. Ah, nee, kenne ich nicht. Natürlich kenne ich Star Trek, aber wenn ich es sehen würde, würde ich es wahrscheinlich erkennen. Also die Person, die Borg. Ich habe Star Trek ein bisschen geschaut im Fernsehen, wenn es manchmal lief, aber nie so wirklich. Oh, Schatzi! Oh nein! Baby! Oscar! Yes! You want to say hello too? Oh no! Kisses! I love you! I love you! Yes? I love you! I have never been in a kino. Oh, well, there is not many international movies in the kino. Man, I look like a scarecrow, but oh well. Ceiling light is never a person's, never a good choice. Ceiling lights are not good choices if you want to look at. But yeah, German kinos, naja, nicht vergleichbar. They're not comparable to the American movie theaters. Like last time I went to the kino, like the movie theater in Germany with my sister, I felt like I'm sitting in a school bus and watching a movie on the screen. That's how comfortable it felt like compared to what I am sprawled with here in America. I'm like, dang, that is a huge difference in the movie theaters. Yes, Explorer. I do miss home, but this place feels like home now too at this point. So my heart's split in two. One foot I'm in Germany, with one foot I'm in America. So it's quite a big split I have to do over the whole Atlantic.
Oh, fuck.
Hello, Sonu-san. Hi, Yasin. Or I think you've been here before, right? I remember. Who do you miss more?
Stop.
Everyone. And just being in Germany, all of it. I miss that, but honestly, I stay so busy throughout the whole day, and it's not like a busy flex or anything. I know people like to flex with being busy, like at 3 a.m. I read a book. At 4 a.m. I take a cold shower and I go to the sauna. And then I do I swim 5 miles in the river upstream. At 5 a.m. I go to the gym. At 6 a.m. I'm starting my work. At 7 a.m. I'm done with the day. Like, obviously not that busy, but my day is really like full, so I don't have much time to miss anything, if that makes sense. Not in an unhealthy way where I'm just like, pushing my feelings aside or anything like that, but moments where I miss something very much is really when I'm just like looking at pictures or just have like a lot of time to think and be like nostalgic, but during like a regular day I'm not missing much. Is it true in USA people are busy always, even the weekends, hustling and bustling? It depends if they're like self-employed or a lot of people try to do overtime to make some more money, and it can definitely happen that people are even working on the weekends. And I have those days too where I work on Sundays. Actually, I work on Sundays quite often, but it's also because of my job. Like, it depends. If you have like an office job, then I would say it's like in Germany where you don't really work on the weekends. But if you are working a job where your time is like not very like 9 to 5, then it happens for sure that people work on the weekends. And I do too. Overtime is allowed in Germany, but only to a certain level. There's definitely a different limit and like a cap on that. So, true. So, yeah. Hi, Raven. Hallo, Big Boy. Eine alte Dame trank das erste Mal Whisky. Sie überlegt einen Moment und sagt dann merkwürdig, dass Sex schmeckt genau wie die Medizin, die mein einnehmen müsste. That's a dark joke. While driving, I got a mixture of sunscreen, bug spray in my left eye. Ugh, ew, I hate that. I know sunscreen is good for like preventing like skin aging and worse stuff than skin aging, like the real bad stuff. So I know it's important, but getting sunscreen in your eye is like the most annoying feeling. Like, even if you wash it out, it will still like be in there like hours later. It like blurs your vision. It's like stinging and like making you teary, and I just can't stand sunscreen in my face. I don't know. I barely even do like moisturizer or cream or anything. Like, I really just wash my face with water or like some soap, and that's all I really do for my skincare. So sunscreen on my face, I feel you, BT. It's like, terrible feeling, especially with like bug spray. They can also live with other people explore in Germany, the US military. You can live on base or off base, but that depends on how their capacities are. Hey, Heisenberg, we just talked about Breaking Bad earlier. Dracula. I read Dracula, but I've never seen the movie. Soweit kommt es ja noch, Jan. Ja. Da hast, soweit kommt es noch. Es ist ja schon so weit gekommen anscheinend. Obwohl, naja, nicht wirklich. Ich habe ja tatsächlich gesprochen. Also hast du es hier nur in deinen Traum eingebaut, aber wir werden sehen. Halt mich auf dem Laufenden. That sounds most uncomfortable. Yep, I stopped and watched it. I'm still crying. Yeah, it is. Nothing makes you cry or tear more than sunscreen. It's so frustrating. Heisenberg, can I live in the United States without supporting that? Is it okay if I'm just not opinionated about wars? Can that coexist? Yeah? Okay. Sunscreen here sucks. Yep. As Swiss? Do you practice yoga? Kinda, yeah. Somehow I did, I'm incorporating a lot of ballet workouts right now, so more than yoga, I do like more like ballet stuff again, because my gym just added a ballet room to their workout equipment, so I'm enjoying that a lot, but I'm sore as hell from that, so it's working, but I miss doing ballet workouts, so that I'm doing, and yoga I'm doing too. I'm leading like a group for seniors where we do like yoga on the chairs called chair yoga, and so I'm doing that with them. And stretching, I realized now that I'm starting my ballet thing again, it is so thanks for licking my bag, Rusty. Stretching is so important. Like there's so much tension stored in our body that releasing that by stretching, I feel like newborn. So stretch, y'all, stretch. I tweaked my shoulder. Oh no, not again. It might be okay by tomorrow. I'm glad to hear that. Well, I'm hoping it's not gonna get bad like the last time. I still remember my own. I think we had it at the same time, right? Labelschkei Pralinetwechselig. Was? Pralinenwechselig? Was ist das? Träume kann man sich nicht aussuchen. Ja, es gibt schlimmere Träume. Seien wir mal ehrlich. Oder? Würde ich doch mal hoffen. Warum trinkt große Wodka, Schotten, Whisky, Italiener Wein und deutsche Bier? Einfach damit man die verschiedenen Nationen in ihren Flaggen erkennen kann. In touch with German... No, Explorer. I'm not, I don't really have any German people around here in the USA. Very much integrated into the American society. Universal Dracula is real, must see. I need to, I know. Hi, Vindicator. Sorry. Bujutsu when I was 16 and 17, it's never been quite the same. Oh, so since that one injury, it just happens more often. Musst du wieder arbeiten? Ja, ich muss morgen wieder ran, wie immer. Ja, Mittwoch immer busy Tag. Und du? Christian, bist du auch am Arbeiten? Und uns zweimal, dann wird es ein... Ja, auch sein, barfuß wir essen Schokolade. Chakri. Bergspaziergang auf dem Hühnerberg. War ich schon lange nicht mehr. Oder Burgrötteln. Auch schön. Aber der Anstieg, da musste ich vorher gut aufwärmen. Der ist anstrengend. Das ist mir letztes Mal aufgefallen. Falls du es im Video gesehen hast und es noch nicht gemacht hast, den Aufstieg zu Burgrötteln ist definitely sehr anstrengend. It was weird that we both had a shoulder nerve thing at the same time. It is, and I feel like it got better at the same time too. Like it got better for you, like a day prior to mine or so. So it's really interesting. Yes, brothers and sisters per telepathy. Telepathy? I don't know. if you say it like this in English. Der Biologielehrer fragt seine Klasse, kann mir jemand ein anderes Wort für Staubblätter nennen? Da ist was raus. Mit einem Lehrer. Wahid hat Witzebuch auswendig gelernt. Ich bin ganz schlecht mit Witzen. Wenn mich Leute fragen, ob ich einen Witz kann, I'm really bad with jokes. Jokes are some of the most hard things for me to remember. I don't know why, but if people tell jokes and they're like, you tell a joke, I'm like, first of all, I'm German, so why would you ask a German for a joke? We don't know any jokes. We're, not allowed to be funny, first of all. So I don't want to get caught trying to be funny and then ending up in jail. But secondly, also, I'm really bad at remembering jokes. So you can tell me 10 jokes, I will not remember one the next day. Corporate life in USA. Well, I decided not to do corporate life. I would have if I went down the business route and if I would have continued that career path of mine. But I wouldn't say it's very corporate. What I'm doing, it's more like a NGO now. Yeah, no, it's more non-profit, less corporate. It brings a whole new meaning to the term sympathetic nerve pain. Oh yeah, true. Good point. Yes, of course, Germans are allowed to be funny. I'm just being silly. We have a very stupid, very dry humor. Like sometimes we just say something hoping that it's funny, and then sometimes people don't understand it. We're like, I tried. Explorer, she's hanging up with an Armmaschine. She's Kochlöffel. Wir haben sie das Filetsteak gefunden, mein Herr, durch rein Zufall sich das Gemüse beiseite geschoben hat. Oh mein Gott. How can I search for opportunities in Germany? Paid? Hold on. Paid volunteering opportunities. That's like two terms that don't quite match. Volunteering, work for pay. Volunteering, work for pay. I don't think combining that is a very good idea. Yes, Akil, I would definitely say so. Menschen streben nach höher und Ähnliches über ihn. Sehr, sehr tiefgründig hier, Christian. Mitten in der Nacht, muss ich dazu sagen, bei euch. Je später in der Nacht, desto tiefgründiger werden Menschen. Habe ich das Gefühl. But yeah, Akil, I would say German culture is more individualistic, and also German society too, and the people are very focused on themselves, very more people here are career driven too, but people here are also very family driven and family oriented, and in Germany it's a lot of like getting yourself set up like career wise, pushing forward in that aspect first for a very long time. Also when it comes to dating, we date very long before we are like, okay, this is the person I want to live with or like get married to. Like we date very, very long. I'm talking about like when I tell people here that you would probably date 5 years plus before you would even get engaged or even think about getting engaged, and that is very normal. They're like, why are you not getting engaged after like 2 years, or it is definitely a little different, I would say. Like I have friends that have been together for like 8 years and so they're not engaged or just got engaged, like it's very or they're like doing like a double bachelor's or like a double master's and like very like self first, and then once that's like set and done and Rusty down, Fräulein, nein, zack, Rusty, runter, runter, nein. Geht's noch? Was ist das? I don't think paid volunteering is a big thing. I think the reason for volunteering is that you want to put in your time and effort in exchange for feeling good about yourself and helping others instead of monetary rewards, you know? You don't think I'm German? Ah, okay. Well, I'm glad you know better. Ah, okay. Hi again, Jorge.
No, I said, can we go to our
Die Dunkelheit ist über ihn, er weitet den Horizont. Tut es das, tut es das. They are mutually exclusive terms. Volunteer indicates a lack of... Exactly, yes. So that's what I said. I don't think it can go together. You don't need brands to wear, you wear confidence. Well, thanks. Try. My back hurts. I need that Chinese grammar thing. Like in China, they get like those like wooden hammers and then just like...
Well, that's the thing.
Like, put that on their backs. That'd be really good right now. Whew. I've been going back to the gym every single day. I'm like, my body's sore.
I get it, true. Yeah.
And then lifting all those crates today. Goodness gracious, I'm like, really, like, my body's like tired at the moment. Ich dachte, sie haben abgenommen. Wieso ist das Besteigen des Berges schwieriger? Fräulein! He almost knocked over this whole container of food. He's so rude. Jan, alles gut? Du schreibst wie manche, die versuchen auf Deutsch zu schreiben, die aber kein Deutsch können gerade. Whereas it's more common to young children in the 20s. In the Philippines, it's common. In the Philippines, it's common to live with parents. Yeah, in Germany, it's more common for people. Oh, where is it more common? Here in America or in Germany, you mean? Definitely in... Oh, is it Germany? Rusty is all up to Amsterdam. Yeah, he is. South Florida. I have never been to South Florida. I've been to Florida, but not to the South. Akil. Careful with the German jokes here. I heard them all, though. German master's degree, so rigorous compared to UK or USA. I hate to say it, but I think it is a little bit more rigorous, yes. Same with the bachelor's, I would say. From what I heard, I did mine in Germany, so I didn't do a second one here in America, so I cannot be in a position to compare them. Just from what I heard and seen from other people doing it here, it seems to be a little bit of a different thing, or like just a little bit different. That's all I can say without really saying it, because like I said, I haven't done one here, so who am I to say that? But just from like experience from other people, but that's not, you know, real valid since I haven't done one here. Magst du... Was ist das? Christian? Des Herren? I have the experience of a 16-year-old. Yeah, well, I'm telling y'all, I'm 67. I'm not kidding y'all. Inside, internally, I feel like that. I've always been an old soul. Amerikaner auf einem Bauernhof. Amerikaner haben Mr. Bauer. Ich bin nicht der Mist, ich bin der Milchmann. Der war bisher der Schlimmste. Odyssey fällt bald auf 60%, doch nicht so nice. Mach mal eine neue Umfrage mit Breaking Bad oder so. Oha, ja stimmt. 57 votes for Odyssey, but the more votes we get, the more representative it is. So I'm glad that it's we got a few more opinions in it. So yeah, it's still like looking really good for the movie, like almost 70%. Tja, das bleibt im Verborgenen. Explorer. No, my viewers are mostly American Explorer. My viewers mostly are made up by Americans, United Kingdom, Australia for some reason. I guess because of the English language. India and Germany. So those are the top 5 at the moment, I think. Sometimes it fluctuates, it changes a little bit, but those are usually the top 5. Fliegen bauen den Turm, dann ist meistens starker Sturm. Yeah, that's a good one here for Tennessee too. If you see people flying around, there's a tornado warning going on probably. I'm not saying any city names, Explorer. Germany has so many small little towns and villages. If I say the area where I'm from, I feel like that's already enough. Like, I could just say I'm from Germany, that would already be enough. Like, the information I put out there, I think, is like up to me. So, if anyone wants to say more, they can on their channels, but this is what I'm comfortable with, and don't need to justify any of that, but just as an explanation. Regen im Mai, April vorbei. Das stimmt. That's correct. Rusty and Moose are chasing each other around the house, and he gets really frustrated with her because she's like much faster and like more like sneaky than him. So when he gets over her, like trying to play with him, he just like lets out a loud meow. I hope you heard that. I hope the noise cancelling didn't take that out. Just tell the first letter. I just want to visit your place to experience your childhood. No. And it is a cool place though. But I mean, my childhood happened in much more places than just my village. Like, my childhood consisted of like so many other places around where I'm from, like trips we went on, or just like weekends you spent somewhere, like, so the Black Forest is like, I think that's a good enough place for you all to know. You heard a rusty owl? Yay, nice. Kühe tragen Glocken, weil ihre Hörner nicht funktionieren. Nee. Hatte ich nicht. Big Cheese. Hello, Big Cheese. I'm glad you heard that yowl. Did you know how grateful I am? Oh, that is great. But y'all, I gotta let you go because it is almost 9 and I still have to clean up my kitchen. And I don't want to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a freaking busy day. So nothing worse than coming home to a messy kitchen after a busy day. So I'm gonna listen to something myself now and let someone else do the yapping while I'm cleaning. So, Wiener, Frankfurter, those real places in Germany. Frankfurt. That real place. I mean, this doesn't make it real, but Frankfurt is a real place.